Welcome to Bailey Tire and Auto Service, your local tire and auto repair specialist in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local, choose Bailey Tire and Auto, where your satisfaction hits the road.
At Central Wyoming College, discover your path to success. From ag and equine, nursing, business and entrepreneurship, culinary, software development, automotive and welding, cosmetology, to outdoor leadership, agriculture, law enforcement, tribal leadership, CWC has you covered, offering hands-on learning and career-focused programs. Change your future at Central Wyoming College. It's central to your dreams coming true.
Welcome into Rustler Gymnasium on a Saturday afternoon. I'm John Gabrielson. You are watching the CWC Rustler men getting ready to take on the Utah Rebels out of Logan, Utah, general greater area. And team that, if you're familiar with CWC basketball and Rocky Mountain Region basketball, used to be Rexburg United. Of course, Rexburg, Idaho used to be home to Ricks College, but they got rid of athletics several years ago after being national powerhouses, essentially. A few guys decided they still wanted to play, developed a basketball team that they called Rexburg United. And now it has shifted sponsors, shifted locations, and they are the Utah Rebels. Again, I'm John Gabrielson. Congratulations to Keith Wyatt and the CWC ladies. Career win number 1 for Coach Wyatt. Season win number 1 for the Rustlers. They win 81-73. As we get ready for the men's game coming up, the CWC men 1-3. The Rebels are 0-1. They were beaten by Northwest College yesterday, 96-59, and they're the underdogs about every time. And, you know, these guys have real jobs and they go to class and they're taking college classes and doing things on top of having real jobs, and then play some basketball on the weekends and try to stay in shape. Their head coach is Rory Lloyd. He used to coach actually used to coach Snow College, but Rory could not make it this weekend, so his daughter Britton is going to be the head coach. You also have Peyton Lloyd on the team as well that kind of helps coach, as well as his brother Stockton Lloyd on this team as the Utah Rebels and the CWC Rustlers get ready to do battle. Central comes in after having gotten beaten by Salt Lake last night. It was a close game in the first half, 6 points at half. Ended up being about a 30-point Salt Lake win yesterday, as you watch the Rustlers warming up on their end of the court right now. And just a chance, as you heard Coach, if you watched the women's game, Coach Pat Rafferty joined us in the women's game, said, you know, we need to focus more on black and orange right now than anything. And they haven't scored a lot of points in 3 games this season. They've been held under 60 points, so they'll look to get some of their offense going today against the Rebels. And their defense has played well, but they just need to get some execution, cut the turnovers down, and see how things transpire. On the other side, there are your Utah Rebels stretching out, warming up, getting ready to play some basketball. They've had some players that have gotten injured. A couple of others got picked up this fall semester to play at different places. Isaac Castagnato, he played with Peyton Lloyd at Utah State Eastern at Price, recently returned from a missionary service. Tyler Scoresby's played with the Rebels for 3 years. He played 2 years at Utah State Eastern. Richard Harris, a starter back from last year, as you're looking at the Utah Rebels warming up on their end of the court. This is the Porter's pregame show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply. We'll hear from them as we step aside and we'll get you starting lineups and get you ready for some basketball next. The Rustlers and the Rebels from Riverton right after this.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Central for making dreams come true.
Central to empowerment.
Central to the future of higher education in America.
Central to football.
Central to my heritage.
Central to healthcare.
Central to humility.
Central to the trades.
Central to ranching.
Central to performance.
Central to agriculture.
Central to athletics.
Central to Wyoming.
Starting lineups, first off for the CWC Rustlers and head coach Pat Rafferty in his second stint at CWC, fourth year overall after 3 years before, 43rd year coaching overall, 1 year in the G League. He's also an assistant under Denny Crum. He will start like this. Wearing number 2 is a 6'2 freshman out of Hobart, Tasmania. That is Jordan Peel. The 6'2 freshman, the leading scorer at 12 points per ball game for Central. Wearing number 3 is Julian Ormond, a 6'4 freshman out of Mableton, Georgia, averaging just under 4 per game. Mohamed Mahadi, a 6'1 freshman, wears number 10 from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, averages 2 points per ball game. Isaac Paddock, a 6'5 freshman from Casper Natrona High School, averaging 8 points and 3 rebounds per ball game, and shooting very well at the free throw line is Isaac as well. And wearing number 20, a 6-foot freshman from Springwood, Queensland, Australia's Hunter Trago. He has a twin brother Phoenix on the team as well. It will be Peel, Ormond, Mahadi, Paddock, and Trago on the court for CWC, dressed in their home whites in the first. Excuse me, I'm making sure I get everything. I got those are the right starters. Okay, got them there. We're going to be in their home whites here to start this ball game. On the other side for the Utah Rebels, they will start like this. I don't have heights for these gentlemen, but I do appreciate Peyton Lloyd for helping me out with as much information as he did. Ethan Stoddard wears number 3. He is from Orem, Utah. Richard Harris has played with the Rebels/Rexburg United for about 3 years. He had 3 assists last night. He is also from Orem, Utah. Number 13 is Tyler Scoresby. He's out of Idaho Falls, Idaho. Stockton Lloyd from Grace, Idaho. He had 11 points yesterday and 3 assists. Peyton Lloyd, wearing number 23 from Grace, Idaho, had 10 points and 3 assists. And I believe their dad is was at one point the high school head coach at Grace, Idaho. And we know something about that with the Draper family moving from Riverton to Grace, Idaho, and being instrumental in their athletics there. Stoddard, Harris, Scoresby, Lloyd, and Lloyd will be the starters for the Utah Rebels. Steve Barlow will get you those starting lineups after we take this quick timeout. This is the Porter's Mountain View Supply pregame show. One final timeout. Basketball on the way.
Hey, grab me one too.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here.
Open mic, Baden Camera 2, Q Talent.
Join one of the most in-demand creative and technical careers, new media. Live and work anywhere with your choice of thousands of radio and television stations across the country. Travel the globe as a social media influencer. Join a business marketing team or use your new media skills to start and promote your own business. Wherever your dreams take you, it all begins at CWC. Expect hands-on training in all aspects of media production, including video, audio, social media marketing, and web development. Enjoy learning in a collaborative and inclusive atmosphere. Our small class sizes provide one-on-one attention with our expert instructors. Make your way at Central and start your journey to a rewarding career in new media.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Back to Central Wyoming College, getting ready for the starting lineups from our PA announcer, Steve Barlow. As the Utah Rebels, dressed in road gray, red numbers, will take on the Rustlers in their home whites, the orange numbers and the black trim, under the direction of head coach Pat Rafferty. And with that, we're going to send it downstairs to get you these kids recognized from our PA announcer.
Fans, welcome to the last game of this run and gun tournament. Before we announce the starters of both teams, I just want to remind everyone to please be respectful with your language and actions. Show these young men, coaches, and officials the respect they deserve doing what they're doing. Thank you. All right, now let's meet the starters. First for the Utah Rebels, number 3, Ethan Stoddard. Number 4, Richard Harris. Number 13, Tyler Scoresby. Number 22, Stockton Lloyd. And number 23, Peyton Lloyd. Now let's meet your Rustlers. First from El Paso, Texas, a 5'10 freshman, number 1, Cameron Gulley. From Hobart, Tasmania, 6'2 freshman, number 2, Jordan Peel. From Mableton, Georgia, a 6'4 freshman, number 3, Julian Ormond. From Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, a 6'1 freshman, number 10, Mohammed Mahadi. And from Casper, Wyoming, a 6'5 freshman, number 13, Isaac Paddock. The Rustlers coached by head coach Pat Rafferty. Good luck, man.
So already a change. As coach said, same 5, he said, yep, but no. Hunter Trago not starting today. Instead, it's going to be Cameron Gulley that will get the start. So Gulley will start for Central. Cam, by the way, is out of El Paso, Texas, a 5'10 freshman. Welcome to the microphone, Kate Gabrielson.
How are you? Good to be here.
Good to have you. I don't think you've broadcast a game with me since you got to do the starting lineups in the Region 9 tournament up in Sheridan.
That was years ago.
You were just a young buck back in the day. Now you're all of 20, so. Opening tap controlled by the Rustlers, and they will get first crack at it. Right to left here, and we already have a stop in play as the 30-second clock didn't start.
Hopefully that's not a common theme for this game as it was games prior.
Well, this one's got some easier math because 6 seconds had ticked off the game clock, so they knew exactly where to put the shot clock at 24.
Hey, Stockton, watch him coming back in. Stockton, watch him come back in. Hey, help on Stockton.
Peel will trigger the inbound. Now a second ticked off of the game clock somehow while they were waiting. And they'll put it back to, I mean, it's 1 second ticked off, and they're going to make sure we get it right as they put it back. And I'd call out Brett Evans, but I don't want to draw a lot of attention to him. Name him by name. Mahadi Gets it Ormond. Back to Mahadi. Lloyd on him defensively. 2 Lloyds out there in Stockton and Peyton. Mahadi to Ormond. He'll step into a 3 and not good. Out of bounds. Should stay Central ball, as you and I both agreed, but they say no, let's go the other way. So Rebels basketball. Lloyd, that's Stockton Lloyd. Gives up the dribble, hands it out to Scoresby. High post spinning is Stoddard. He'll lose the handle on it. Taken away by Peel. Peel back out to Paddock. Man-to-man defense by the Rebels, dressed in gray. Paddock pump fakes the triple, doesn't hoist it. Gully back to Mahadi. Good execution. You don't see and hear a lot of dribbles. Mahadi gets wide open 3 and missed it to the right. Stoddard the rebound.
Despite no points on their first 2 possessions, the offense is looking good. They've had some open looks.
Lloyd too far underneath. Shot is no good. Driving the other way, Peel, he's no good. Each team sharing missed opportunities. Lloyd, pump fake, rises for 17, airmails it out of bounds to the Rustlers. You miss your playing days?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you miss most about it? Practice, bus trips?
The friends, and definitely teammates.
Paddock, left side to the outside. We haven't seen a bucket in 2 minutes of basketball as of yet. Paddock has it stripped, keeps it on a bounce, gets out of the paint, leans back in with a left hand, still not going to score. That one's going to go off of Paddock, and it'll go out of bounds to the Rebels. Scoreless in this one. Central averaging just 55 points a game. Utah scored, the Rebels scored 59 in the 96-59 loss to Northwest yesterday. Rustler bench creating some crowd noise, leaning in, and a travel violation. Will be a turnover on Peyton Lloyd. Second turnover of the game on the Rebels. 2.5 gone by on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. No score. Peel to Paddock. Little catch underneath. Paddock reverse lay-in is no good. And his counterpart Scoresby with the rebound. Peyton Lloyd. Dribbling on Mahadi. Crosses it to Scoresby. We got a pretty good hand check fight going on down low between Paddock and Stoddard, and it was a foul whistled on Central out away from that, and Julian Ormond playing defense out on the perimeter. Lloyd hesitates, drives in, a lot of contact. He ends up on the ground with a basketball. And instead, Harris's 3 is no good. Ormond a rebound. 3 and change gone by. We're scoreless. We're headed to the first media break without a point. Mahadi going to change that. Nope. Instead, Gully for 3. That one's off the back of the iron. Looked good on angle. Offensive rebound by Ormond, his second board of the afternoon. Paddock, low block now. Back to the basket. Left hand, good. And the scoreboard finally dented. Isaac Paddock with a nice left-hand floater. He actually played against Isaac as a Riverton Wolverine against a Natrona Mustang. A reach and a near steal, and then almost throwing it away. Stoddard ends up with it, working on Peel. Bodies his way in, and they'll call him for an offensive foul as Coach Britton Lloyd looks on for her team. And I think we got our first media timeout coming up on the 4th turnover of the game. 2-0 at the media break. We'll be back after this. Rustlers on top on Rustler Media.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Central to athletics.
Central for making dreams come true.
First media timeout, it's 2-0. Central 1 of 7 from the field right now. Rebels are 0 of 3. They also have 4 turnovers to make 7 possessions. Ormond against the man-to-man pressure. Gully got the start today. Cameron baseline, Paddock dribbles around his man, uses the rim as a defender to help him, and he scores it. Paddock has all 4 for the Rustlers in the early stages. Scoresby back to the basket. Ormond got a paw stuck in there. Scoresby gives it back out to Lloyd. Stockton Lloyd, little jump through the middle. Can't come up with it. Mahadi the rebound. Mahadi way outside. Very disciplined offense. You will not see them put it on the floor until they absolutely have to. There's a lot of passes without that ball getting onto the court. Peel will step back triple and knocks that one down. Same thing he did yesterday, a step back triple for the Tasmanian freshman. Was kidding him, asking him if his high school mascot was the Devil. The Tasmanian Devils. Scoresby throws that one away. Turnover number 5 on the Rebels. 7-0. Going to see Ryan Beckstead check into the game. Also looking at Dennis Kimyanjulu. Phoenix Trago coming in as well for the Rustlers, and also Malachi Kopman for Central. Dominic McLawrence in as well, as a complete line change for Central as Hunter Trago is in the ball game. So 5 new Rustlers coming in at about the 5-minute mark of the contest. Stockton Lloyd baseline in traffic, has it blocked away, ball to the ground. Boy, they're going to call a jump ball on that. Tough rebound by Stoddard. They're going to keep the basketball. Now that maybe Stockton Lloyd was fouled driving to the hoop first, and then I thought that Stoddard was fouled as well. Stockton Lloyd will check out. Into the game comes Quentin Hansen for the first time for the Rebels. Beckstead gives it in. Scoresby to the baseline, up top, Peyton Lloyd. He'll fire for 3, got partially blocked. He wants it, foul, doesn't get it. Kimyanjulu with the rebound for Central. Kopman to Trago, left side McLawrence. Trago Twins play catch, a near steal by Ethan Stoddard. Phoenix Trago corner triple is good. Phoenix 4-3 from Queensland, Australia. He and his brother Hunter. 10-0 Central out in front of the Utah Rebels. 7 minutes almost gone by. Lloyd drives and scores. There was a lot of physical activity going on, but Peyton Lloyd fights through adversity and scores it off the window. First basket of the game for the Rebels. Harris will check in next, dead ball for the Rebels. Bounce pass, short corner, and a foul on a block by Beckstead. It's going to send Central to the free throw line. Foul number 1 on Beckstead. Second team foul. I missed one of the fouls. I only had 2 and I missed one. I'm 50% on fouls, and then another foul is going to send Kai Kottman to the line. Harris, who just came into the ball game, gets his first, team third. To the line, Kottman. Shoot a pair. 13 minutes left. First free throw, nothing but net. Coach Rafferty looking on from the Central bench. Does not have an assistant coach, nor does Keith Wyatt. That's a tough gig for a first-year head coach to not have an assistant. But hired late and haven't got an assistant hired. Now, Coach Rafferty's done this for 43 years. And Gavin Gonzalez is his student manager, as his assistant perhaps. And lob down low, Scoresby loses it, taken away by the Rustlers. Trego fake to pass left, Lloyd's jumps in there, and they're going to go jump ball. It's going to stay Central basketball. Boy, good job by Peyton Lloyd to jump in there and deflect that pass away. Phoenix Trego on his knees, crouched underneath the hoop, and I think he took a shot to the side of the face, nose region. He'll come out as coming in comes Cameron Gully. 12-2 Rustlers. Coach going to send Hunter Trego, or Phoenix Trego rather, to talk to athletics trainer Stephanie Gallagher, and a reach and a foul going to be whistled on Stockton Lloyd. And you know, they're an alumni / all-star team, but don't tell them that. They are an intense group. They are competitors out there playing every single call and dribble and rebound. Keep me on Judo to Gully. Might have got away with a hop on a travel as he gathered it in. Ball through the paint. Scoresby has it, but then he got it taken away from him. Trading turnovers. McLawrence underneath has it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Rustler basketball with 23 seconds left. 8 seconds away from our media timeout number 2. So instead of 2 media timeouts, they will have 4 media timeouts per half as they go from JUCO rules to NCAA rules. Timeouts at 16, 12, 8, and 4. And we're under the 12-minute mark here. 7 to shoot, just inside the three-point line, missing badly. And Lloyd comes away with a rebound. Peyton loses the handle, goes to the ground, loses the ball. Trego, left-hand lay-in, good.
Good bump by Trego there to get some separation for that layup.
Timeout called by Britton Lloyd, and the Rebels will be the median timeout. At 11:31 left to play, first half. Central 14, Utah Rebels 12. We'll be back after this break. This is Rustler Basketball on Rustler Media.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletes for over 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families one-on-one. Locally owned by therapists, Fremont values commitment to professionalism, expertise, and community. Our services include hand therapy, orthopedic therapy, pre- and post-rehab, and aquatic therapy, and more. Set up an appointment today in Lander, Riverton, Green River, Rock Springs, Saratoga, or Rollins. FremontTherapyGroup.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
14-2, 11:31 left. You were talking about the physicality, making them Utah Rebels a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely. Their guards look like they're having a hard time. Their guards do a great job getting into the paint, penetrating, and then giving the ball up. And every time they get in there, they're getting hammered. And there's no calls going on, and it's looking like it's making them a little bit uncomfortable in their offense. Down low, lay it off the glass and in for, I believe that's Stoddard. Correct, number 3, Stoddard. Down the court, Rustlers run the offense. High pick and roll, down the lane, stripped and a foul called. That's 23, that's Lloyd.
Peyton Lloyd with his first. Sends Dennis Kimyanjulu to the free throw line. Dennis out of Istanbul, Turkey, averages 4 points a game. He's a 6'1" freshman. Free throw is good on the way. .53 left, 15-4 Rustlers. Kimyanjulu's second, no good. Harris the rebound. Central 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Lloyd hands it off. Stoddard triple, skims off, but he'll get his own board. Hoists it back up. Oh my goodness. Lloyd and Gully get tied up, and Gully, first thing that hit, I think, was the side of his head on the court, and then his shoulder is what he's holding as he went down. And I'm going to watch the replay online here as he just got tied up and got his arm on the back side of Peyton Lloyd and just came down hard on that shoulder. Had a couple of injuries here today as one of the Treasure Valley ladies, I think, on concussion protocol earlier, and now they're going to look at Cameron Gully, who got tied up with Peyton Lloyd underneath. And he's going to get help up, but really favoring that right arm is Cameron Gully. Foul was whistled on Lloyd. Well, I'm guessing, did they call a foul out of that? What was the stop in play all about? I was watching the injury, unfortunately.
I'm not sure what the call was, but looks like it's more of an arm injury.
Yeah,
the shoulder appears to be in place.
They
at least
did call a foul on Lloyd, which I put on the ledger. Kimyanjulu got the rebound. Maybe looking at his right above his elbow, looking at that angle. So a stop in play. Dennis with his second rebound of the game. They're going to the review. They're going to look at this. The two referees are at the table looking with Jacob South right at the table looking at the review. There they are. And now they're going to confer, and I'm wondering, they watched the same thing we did in the replay that you watched online, and I think it's to decide if it's a flagrant variety or not, as they'll confer theirs. Video review in effect, and we don't really have any replay monitor. We can't fast forward, slow-mo, different angles. We're not set up for that, but they are going to talk to both coaches and the bench and the score table to see if it, I think we're going to see flagrant, and we're going to see, let's get the See if we can hear Coach Barlow give an explanation from the desk as Trego's going to go shoot free throws. Lloyd is leaving the game, and Trego is going to go shoot free throws. No explanation from the PA at this point as to what is the explanation. But Lloyd has left the game. He's at the water cooler now. Trego free throw is good. Where you'd really like to hear the explanation from the bench, from the score table.
Yeah, that's an interesting call. I didn't see anything malicious there, but they might know something that I don't, so.
So Central got 2 free throws as Dr. Trego hits both. I'm getting to the bottom of this. I'll get you an answer here in a minute. 10.5 left, 17-4, and Gully still being attended to by Stephanie Gallagher, who's been busy. They did rule it a flagrant foul on Peyton Lloyd as Central will turn it over. Beckstead across the timeline. Stoddard thought about a 3, does not. Ball through the hands of Stockton Lloyd. Up ahead, here comes. Nice finish by Malachi Cotman. I think you said it best when you said, wow.
Through contact.
I did not expect the jam out of that. For sure.
Take a picture of that one and hang it on your wall. That's a poster.
That was a great dunk by Malachi Cotman. He has 4 points. The Rustler lead is 15. Harris hands it back to Stoddard. He'll fire 17, missed it. And a good offensive rebound, and a foul. Is coming in for the rebound was Quentin Hansen, and he gets fouled. I've been swapping Stoddard and Scoresby, and I apologize for that. On their names, Scoresby comes out as I get the right name. Peel coming in, Ormond coming in, Paddock coming in. And Rustlers are going to play with 6 apparently. Oh, nope, here comes Dennis out. Checking into the game is Wade Sims. Where's number 8? Paddock playing defense. 3 on the way. Hansen misses. Rebound comes down to Mahadi. Ball gets kicked. Foul is whistled on Richard Harris, his first, actually his second. Might even be his third because I did miss one. So word from the scoring table, it was a flagrant foul whistled on Peyton Lloyd, and he has been disqualified from the contest as well. So a starter for the Rebels out after video review and a flagrant foul.
Here we don't even see him on the bench anymore.
Free throw is no good by Central. 19-4, Rustlers out in front. Pump fake. Peyton Lloyd. Should be Stockton Lloyd. Peyton, one we were just talking about. Back to Stockton. Pick and roll. Jumps back. Triple on the way with 1 on the shot clock. No good. And trying to save it. And Rebels will get it back. Good hustle play by Hansen to keep it alive. Driving, contact, no call. Miles Hersha has checked into the game for the Rustlers for the first time. He did not play last night. Driving, Paddock, he's going to be fouled as he gets knocked upside the head. Miles Hersha, a 6'8 freshman out of Tucson, Arizona, into the game. And the foul is going to be whistled on Wade Sims. And it will send Isaac Paddock to the line. And player talking with the coach about getting hacked. Paddock free throw good. He has 5. Rustlers leading now by 17, 21-4. Scoresby back in. He'll come in for Stoddard. I've been confusing their 2 names, so that'll make it a little easier now that they're both not in the game. Harris takes the inbound. 8:15 left to play first half. Central 21-4 on the Utah Rebels. Harris goes down and he is injured. And he is really injured. I don't know. He came down on his ankle.
Was on the way up. That's a non-contact injury. Those are the scary ones.
We're going to watch a replay here. As a matter of fact, he just steps and goes. And here's what I can do on this. Check this out. If we're on this, are we on 3, Amanda? Let's go to camera 3. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to take, and here's the replay right here with Stoddard. It's right when he went up. And he is hurt there, and he is on the court right now watching that replay. And again, it's his knee. It looks like they're holding that knee. Let's go watch it one more time here real quick. So he brings it across the timeline. Cuts, goes in there. Right as he goes up, he holds that knee and comes down. Wowza. It has not been a good day. Stephanie Gallagher has been very busy, unfortunately. 21-4 is our score. We're going to step aside. We'll take a break. We'll come back and hear from the CWC bookstore. 8:06 left to play on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard.
So you're a Rustler fan, but you can't make it to campus. Hey, no worries. Show your CWC pride wherever you are with gear from the Central Wyoming College bookstore at cwcbookstore.com. From hoodies to hats, sports specific and parents, the bookstore has everything you need to rep the Rustlers in style. Head over to cwcbookstore.com, your one-stop shop for official CWC fan apparel. cwcbookstore.com. Gear up, cheer on the Rustlers no matter where you call home.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander or check out our website, landergambles.com.
We're back at Rustler Gym with 8:06 left, and Richard Harris still down at the just inside the free throw line, being attended to by Stephanie Gallagher, the athletic trainer. They're already down 1 because of a flagrant foul whistled on Peyton Lloyd, and now campus security is involved, going to help look at Richard Harris that went down. And again, I'm going to show you because we can. We're just going to watch the replay come up here again as he comes across the timeline. Working on Kopman, makes his move there, and yeah, just you don't really see where the injury came in on that play, but he is definitely in some serious pain as the paramedics and no paramedics, but campus security and our athletic director, our athletic trainer, Stephanie Gallagher, working on Richard Harris. Congratulations to the CWC ladies. They were victorious, 81-73 over the Treasure Valley Chuckers. just a few moments ago. They won. First career victory as a head coach for Keith Wyatt. We'll hear from him at halftime of this ball game as we're in a stop in play while they attend to Richard Harris underneath. Northwest defeated Clarendon in women's play 88-79. Northwest, it was like a true championship instead of a classic because the two winners played and then the two losers played, and Northwest would have been the champions of the women's division as they beat Clarendon 88-79. Salt Lake would be champions of the men's division as they won 96-74 over Northwest in their game earlier. And then CWC women would get third, essentially, beating Treasure Valley 81-73, and Central is up 21-4 right now with 8:06 left to play in the first half. And a stop in play as teammates surrounding Richard Harris. And this is not a good injury, as well as my son Cade Gabrielson on the mic with me here today. This is not a good injury. Obviously, you don't want any injuries, but it's not quite as scary as the head injury that happened to the Treasure Valley gal just a little while ago. And I mean, any injury is an injury, but this one is looking like a lower knee injury, like kind of right below the kneecap from where they were looking. And so,
yeah, and with those and being non-contact, I mean, it's not a sure thing, but to say that something's torn in there is very, very likely. And you hate to say it and you hate to see it, but that's what I think.
Got a stop in play, and they're going to inflate the brace, that inflatable brace that they'll put on him. As we are at 4:34 in the afternoon, stop in play at 8:06 left in the first half at a 21-4 game. We've had two players leave this game with injuries in the first half. Cameron Gully suffering a upper arm injury just a bit ago, and then not too long after that. With modern technology and time, I'm going to go see if I can find the foul and the flagrant foul. That sent Peyton Lloyd out of the game and Cameron Gully to the injury table.
Looks like he's sliding off of the court now. I don't want to get him up. Now they'll get him up and take him out.
While they're attending to him, Amanda, I'm going to go back to this replay here real quick. I'm going to clear out that scoreboard. Here is where we see right underneath here, if you can see my pointer, right here is where Cameron Gully and Peyton Lloyd get tied up, as you can watch how this play comes to the end. Right here on this, right there, and poof, right to the thing. We'll watch it again on the shot. And then he just gets taken down, and that is where his injury came from and sent Cameron Gully out.
Oh, yeah. You can see it's almost like he grabs that arm that was around him and pulls him down.
Right as it got caught behind him, type of thing. So they're going to take Richard Harris out the back door. And then I have done games at Central. This is my 17th year here at the college, and this is the first time I've ever seen somebody carted out, essentially. So, one, in 17 years, it's nice that that hasn't happened. Secondly, we certainly wish the best for Richard Harris. Do have to apologize for some of the R-rated language that was picked up on the hoop mics when Richard Harris fell down on his injury, but if there's a time for it, it's then. If there's a time for it, it is right then.
Definitely forgive him under those circumstances.
Yeah, and that's going to happen on a live mic, so we apologize for that as it's brought to my attention. So after a stop in play, we are going to get back to basketball. 8:06 left, and they have put the ball back in play. 21-4, down to just 2 subs on the bench now after one flagrant foul got a player out. Now a foul is going to be whistled. It's going to be on Miles Hersha, his first personal, and that will send Tyler Scoresby to the line. And it feels like some of the air has been let out of the gym after that injury. I mean, when you see a player get taken out the back door essentially, and going to go down to Sage West, I would imagine. Sage West, one of our sponsors here, as Scoresby cannot hit the first.
Yeah, a lot less energy. 1 from the crowd, but 2, I mean, from the players. You can tell it on the bench. You can tell it from the players in. It seems to have slowed the game down quite a bit.
Right, specifically the Rebels, who have a player that has been ejected for a flagrant foul, and then secondly, another player that has left via injury. Hersha underneath has that one just stolen away from him by Wade Sims. Good defensive play by Sims. Sims, a very big, strong, physical presence. Got those elbows out there on keeping that ball. Stockton Lloyd with it. Finds Scoresby, back to Lloyd. Nice move, Lloyd underneath. Might have traveled with it. Nothing called. Scoresby instead a triple. That one's no good with 5 on the shot clock, and a rebound by Julian Ormond. Ormond, left side, Paddock. We'll get a media timeout coming up here in just a second, and give us a chance. We'll go hear from that Sage West sponsorship. Under 7 to play, 21-4. Right side, Bank, miss. Yeah, and Cameron Gully still, as we swing the camera this end of the floor, you can see him in the very top right-hand corner as that 3 misses. Paddock knocking the rebound out to himself in the front court. It goes out of bounds. Cameron Gully still holding onto that right arm above the elbow. Not sure who we got. I think maybe Steve Barlow is transporting Mr. Harris to the hospital himself. There you see Cameron Gully in the corner. Oh, Steve is on the phone, sorry. Cameron grimacing on camera view there. There's been a while. There's been 3 pretty severe injuries we've seen here today. Not that I'm a doctor, but speculating just based on the outcome of everything that has happened. 3 to shoot. Mohadi misses. Rebound by Wade Sims. Yeah, this just has no life in this gym anymore after the injuries that have happened to the 2 players. 6 minutes left to play in the first half, and maybe you can kind of reset that in the second half as Beckstead down low. Sims, shot is no good. Paddock will get the rebound.
And it's hard to find energy and motivation, especially in a game like this. I mean, 21-4 is a tough score for both sides to play with. I mean, you're kind of just, it's easy to find yourself going through the motions here.
Not sure the last time we saw a basket on the scoreboard or of the analog clock of about 20 minutes probably since somebody has scored, I would reckon. As there's a steal. Taking it to the rack, Hansen misses. And a rebound pulled down by Mohadi. 2 subs coming in. We're about 3 minutes past the media timeout. That doesn't work. Coming out of there is Hansen. Behind the back dribble, too far underneath, throws it away. Hersha ends up with it. He'll throw it away. And it's going to go Utah basketball. I think Wade Sims thought he was going to be called for a foul on Paddock as he sent him packing. I think teams, they've kind of let up a little bit gingerly. I mean, like, they don't want to hurt somebody else type of thing right now. If that, I mean, just Sims's reaction after he and Paddock had bumped into each other right there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the refs calling a tighter game now too.
I mean, it's not the first injury that's ever happened in a basketball game, so you don't need to go reinventing things like you say that they may be tightening it up a little bit right now for sure, but still nothing scored. We've played almost 4 straight minutes without a point since Harris went down at the 8:06 mark. There is Ormond for 3. You were nodding your head as he let that one go.
Looked good, was good.
24-4, Central by 20, their biggest lead of the game. Lloyd rises, fires, scores.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more out of him, especially with his brother out, because those seem to be the 2 facilitators for this offense.
Yeah, they were the scorers yesterday at 10 and 11. And a blocking foul underneath is going to be called. Fans wanting a different reaction there, but the foul going to be whistled on McLawrence. That'll be his second. And we've got that media timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:43 left to play in the first half. 24-6 Central out in front. This message from Sage West Healthcare.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Central to athletics.
Central for making dreams come true.
.343 remaining in the first half, 24-6 Central. And maybe going in and out of a timeout kind of resets the adrenaline a little bit.
Get you back into the regular motion of the game.
Cameron Gully's still on the training table at the top of your screen. As Tyler Scoresby missed 2 free throws a bit ago. He's 0 for 3. Coach Rafferty out of the timeout. Media timeout with 3:43 left. He will get that one. 1 for 4 is Scoresby as he gets a round of applause now that he hits that one. 24-7. Rustlers the lead in the basketball. Working on the man-to-man. Driving, Peel, 15, missed it. Hansen with a rebound. Going to talk with a pair of Rustler ladies at the intermission. Beckstead, back out. Lloyd, Hansen, Peel on him defensively. Hansen turns and shoots 15-foot left it short. McLawrence, Mahadi says move after you make the pass. Again, look at the discipline. Rustlers not putting that ball on the floor. There's Ormond finally will, and he'll fire from 17. And Stoddard goes up and snares the rebound. Lloyd takes it to the rack and misses. Contact as he slides across the floor. Rebound by Paddock.
Slow to get up. Central has numbers here. Wide open 11 under the basket. Get it to him late.
Basket by Dominic McLawrence, his first of the game. 8 different Rustlers have scored for their 26 points. 26-7, the Rustlers out in front. Nice move, Hansen. And as that one blocked back at him by Paddock, they'll save it and keep it. Shot clock stays running. 7 to shoot now. Stoddard travels with it and turns it over to the Rustlers.
I'd say that last possession is evidence of a common theme we're about to see. Rebels here only have 7 players, and with Lloyd slow to get back, I think fatigue is going to play a big factor in this, especially with the game yesterday at the end of a tournament. It's going to be
just a 30-second timeout. There you see the women's basketball team on the front row there. As see Lou Ring, Nat Tintor had a career high day. Rhea Ukai, Tiff Trevort, Tal Ballin in there in the Rustler crowd. Katie Walker. Also Lara Liberal. 2:03 remaining in the first half, 26-7. Going to talk with Sophie Wilkinson and Marin Baker coming up here in just a bit. Marin Baker, her career high as a Rustler. Sophie did the same thing. Estella in that mix with the CWC Rustler women's basketball team. There's Kira Lincoln behind him as well. Watching the men's team. 26-7, 2 minutes left, first half. Ormond to the rack, missed it. Rebound got knocked into the hands of Stockton Lloyd. Nice behind the back dribble, Lloyd. He will try to finish, can't. He's staring down the official, looking for a foul. Peel. Ormond, high arcing three is left short. Rebound put back up by McLawrence. That's no good. And Hansen comes away. 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Lloyd's got pretty good handles on him as he's gotten free a couple of times, but has not gotten to the cup and put it in. Pump fake, got his man in the air, partially blocked. Wants another foul. Long pass up ahead, 2 steps and a flush. Julian Ormond. 5 for Julian. Adam Hedworth, I believe, will come in next dead ball. Scoresby, contact and a foul on Stoddard. As McLawrence took it away, he'll go shoot free throws. Stoddard will get personal foul number 1. 45 ticks remaining in the first half, 28-7. Central up. Hansen was headed out, but instead Beckstead heads out as Hedworth comes in. Adam Hedworth out of Weston, Idaho. Dom McLawrence, no good. Shooting one-on-one, and Hedworth can't handle that one as it goes out of bounds.
Looked to me like he kept it in, but
turnover will be number 10. Ormond triggers it inbounds. Hey, which, by the way, congratulations on win number 1. Keith Wyatt standing behind us. We're going to talk to his players at halftime, though. But I had to give him the congrats on his first career W. Paddock keeps it alive. Sims can't control it. Shot clock gone. Paddock underneath. Baseline, no look. Peel, 3 on the way is no good. And bodies fly, and a foul is going to be whistled on, I believe, Ethan Stoddard. It is. Second personal on him. McLawrence at the line, missed one just a moment ago, and he'll get that one to drop. Second one is good. 30-7, final 15 seconds of the first half. Steele, bodies fly again. Paddock underneath, bodied up and fouled. And Stockton Lloyd just says you're not calling anything on one end. We'll see if you don't call anything on the other, but he does get called that time. He went after him, his second personal foul. Cam Gulley working that right arm on the end of the central bench. Richard Harris has left the game as there's Britton Lloyd kind of all by herself coaching on the other sideline of the visitors. Isaac shooting free throws very well this season. He's 4 for 4 on the day and on the season, as they'll get a steal Mahadi, and that's how the half will end, as Isaac Paddock is 18 of 20 from the free throw line. We are at the half, 32-7 in a weird feeling first half of basketball from Rustler Gym. On the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, it is Central 32. It is the Utah Rebels 7. Injuries all over. We'll talk about it. We'll get you some first half stats. We'll talk with Sophie Wilkinson and Marin Baker, the women's basketball team, after this timeout. This is your Buckle Up for Life halftime show next on Rustler Media.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Central for making dreams come true.
Central to empowerment.
Central to the future of higher education in America.
Central to football.
Central to my heritage.
Central to healthcare.
Central to humility.
Central to the trades.
Central to ranching.
Central to performance.
Central to agriculture.
Central to athletics.
Central to Wyoming.
We are at the intermission, 32-7 Central out in front, as we're going to talk with women's basketball players Sophie Wilkinson and Marin Baker, and career highs for both. Sophie, 13 points. I had you for 13 points, 13 rebounds. Marin, I had you for 14 points, and somehow you got 1 rebound. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Sophie, I'm going to talk with you first. First of all, congratulations on the win. How does this stack up, I guess, in your rebounding and points performances that you've had up to this point, not just in college but in high school? Have you scored more points and had more rebounds and at one time, like 13 and 13?
Yeah, I have, but I think she was pretty good to go out there and prove myself today. I can only improve and do better from this point onwards, but yeah, I'm pretty all right with the performance.
I'm looking at your free throw shooting today, too, as 5 of 8, not bad, eh? But I like what you're saying here. You know, it was okay to have personal accolades, but team-wise, you're happier for the win than anything.
100%. I'm so proud of everyone. Everyone put in the hard work and the mahi, and we got out with the win. So. Well,
and it was a team effort. 6 of you in double figures.
100%, yeah. And we were playing together as a team, which was probably the best feeling ever. Instead of just winning individually, we won as a team.
Did this game feel weird? I mean, it was at points where it felt like you had the thing won, like it was a bigger lead than 16, and then they kind of clawed back each time.
Yeah, they definitely gave us a run for our money, but we at the end just kept the distance between the scores. So, yeah, thought we did pretty good in keeping it pretty.
I was counting chickens. I was already high-fiving and congratulating Coach on his first win, and then it got to 7 points. Marin Baker down the stretch. What happened?
I think we kind of slowed down a little bit on our defense for sure. That kind of caused some issues, but once we kind of realized that we had to get back into it, it was like, all right, screw our heads back on tight, get back to it, time to lock in.
I had talked with you before the first game, and just in talking with Coach, that this was going to be a different Marin Baker than we saw last year, and I think that came to fruition today with 14 points. You're one of the all-time leading scorers in high school basketball in Wyoming, and it's nice to see that scoring kind of translate here with all the hard work you put in.
For sure, yeah. No, it definitely was a huge change for me, and I am really glad that I finally got to show a little bit more of who I am as a player, actually.
Is this just the start? I mean, is this...
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah, this is just the beginning.
Excellent. We'd like to see that. Said Espy was like, an assist or two shy of a triple-double, I think he said today. Mm-hmm. 13 points, 10 rebounds I had her for. Did you feel like, this was one of your more team efforts today?
Absolutely, yeah. It was entirely a team effort. We all had to use each other. Again, we're getting that pressure full court, which means we just have to rely on each other really a lot for that. 6
games in 8 days. You played 2 of them now. You get tomorrow off, so to speak. I think, are you guys driving tomorrow? Are you taking off?
We are, yep. We leave at noon. So
leave at noon to go to Glendive, Montana, and you'll take on Dawson. Then you come back. You'll play snow on Wednesday, get a day of practice, and then play snow again.
Yeah, I think we've got USUE and then snow again right after. So.
Yeah, so 6 games in 8 days. Sophie, how are you adjusting to life in the States? Your thought? Had you been to the USA before?
No, this is my first time.
And so you're getting to see the USA by bus by being a college athlete.
Yep, pretty much, and it's pretty cool. And I'm really excited to go around and see other places and see just a little bit more outside of Riverton.
This is a dumb question, but it sometimes isn't dumb. Had you seen snow before?
Yes, but only in the mountains. So when it first snowed around here, I was like a little kid. I was like, oh my God, it's snowing.
What's the coldest temperature you know that you've been in?
Probably here, because back at home, the coldest it gets is like 10 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, buckle up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've probably told you, because it's probably colder than that at Marin's house in DuBois right now, as a matter of fact. What are you studying, Sophie?
Animal science.
To be what, a vet?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but something along the lines of helping animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Anybody you want to shout out?
Just shout out my dad, who always is there for me, and all my friends and family back home.
Marin, I think you said you were going to be a lawyer, right?
That's the plan.
Is that when I said a lawyer for something? I don't remember what I said, but how's studies going? Everything going all right?
Yeah, so far so good.
And shout outs to anybody?
Yeah, shout out to my mom and dad this weekend. They're traveling a bunch, but still made it to come watch me tonight, so that was cool.
Number one, congrats on the second win of the season. Your first win of the season for you guys, but first career win for the head coach.
Yes, sir.
That's got to be nice that you guys were a part of that. I'm going to appreciate you guys coming up.
Awesome.
Best of luck. Travel safe.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys here again Wednesday night.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet. Sophie Wilkinson and Marin Baker are players from the women's game as they were victorious 81-73. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and we will get you some first half stats of this one. 32-7 Central out in front. This is the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show.
Hey, grab me one too.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here.
Open mic, fade and camera 2, Q Talent.
Join one of the most in-demand creative and technical careers, new media. Live and work anywhere with your choice of thousands of radio and television stations across the country. Travel the globe as a social media influencer. Join a business marketing team or use your new media skills to start and promote your own business. Wherever your dreams take you, it all begins at CWC. Expect hands-on training in all aspects of media production, including video, audio, social media marketing, and web development. Enjoy learning in a collaborative and inclusive atmosphere. Our small class sizes provide one-on-one attention with our expert instructors. Make your way at Central and start your journey to a rewarding career in new media.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Welcome back to Rustler Gymnasium. 32-7, thanks to Marin Baker and Sophie Wilkinson. Team victorious. 1-3 on the year. They'll go to Dawson and take on the Dawson County basketball team in Glendive, Montana. We're at the half, 32-7 our score here as Central out in front. Let's take a look at how the scoring got that way for Central. 8 points for Isaac Paddock, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 5 points for Julian Ormond, 3 points Jordan Peel. Dennis Kimyon-Julu has 1. Dominic McLawrence has 4 on a couple of free throws. Hunter Traeger has 4 on a couple of free throws. Phoenix Trago has a 3-pointer for Central. Nobody in double figures. Isaac has 8. Right now, leading scorer Jordan Peel, just 3 points in the contest. On the other side for the Rebels, they have 7 points. This won't take long, unfortunately. Stoddard, Lloyd, and Peyton Lloyd at Stockton and Peyton each with 2 points apiece, and Tyler Scoresby has 1. Though, if you're just stepping in and joining us, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you Peyton Lloyd was disqualified after a flagrant foul was administered by the officials after video review. And then Richard Harris went down with a knee injury, non-contact knee injury, and has left the building and hopefully being taken care of. Basically right across the street down here is Sage West Hospital, attending to Richard Harris out of Orem, Utah. First half shooting for Central, they would go 9 of 25, 3 of 8 from the arc, 11 of 14 from the free throw line. They also had their share of MASH unit as well, as Cameron Gully left the game with a upper arm injury. He is not looking like he's going to warm up and play in the second half, as he left as well. Shooting for the Rebels, 0 of 9 from the arc, 3 of 23 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, as the Central defense has been on it in a kind of a weird, wild first half of basketball in which Central leads 32-7. This has been your Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. It will be Central basketball when we return from this timeout. Halftime on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, 32-7 Central. We'll be back after this. Play the second half on Rustler Media.
Welcome to Bailey Tire and Auto Service, your local tire and auto repair specialist in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local, choose Bailey Tire and Auto, where your satisfaction hits the road.
At Central Wyoming College, discover your path to success. From ag and equine, nursing, business and entrepreneurship, culinary, software development, automotive and welding, cosmetology, to outdoor leadership, agriculture, law enforcement, tribal leadership, CWC has you covered, offering hands-on learning and career-focused programs. Change your future at Central Wyoming College. It's central to your dreams coming true.
32-7 Central at the break. Central leading the Utah Rebels, formerly Rexburg United. Central will be on the road Monday. They'll take on Dawson County Community College. Very tough team up there that has won their region several times in a row. They will be then at Twin Falls, Idaho, taking on CSI and Colorado Northwestern out of the Region 18 ranks. That'll be Friday, Saturday of next week. Then back home on the 20th to take on Eddie Trinkle and the NJC Plainsmen for a second time. They fell at NJC. They'll play them again a second time about 2 weeks apart. That'll be the next home game, Wednesday the 20th for the Central men. Women will be home this upcoming Wednesday. They'll take on Snow. Then they'll drive to Utah State Eastern and play Snow again on Friday. They'll play them 2 days apart, Wednesday and Friday, and then take on Utah State Eastern. Hoping for the best for Richard Harris, who left the game with a knee injury. Central will have the ball. Julian Ormond will trigger it inbounds. Paddock, Peel, Mahadi, and also Malachi Kopman. No, that's Dom McLawrence, excuse me. Goalie who started the first half, not playing here in the second half after that upper arm injury. Dom directing traffic. Ormond, float 6, missed it. Scoresby the rebound. They'll call a tie-up. Scoresby will get the rebound, but it will be, he wanted a foul. Just underway second half. Lob down low. Stoddard, baseline, leans in, blocked, got it back. Beckstead starting in the second half. Three-pointer, good by Scoresby. That is their first made three of the evening, 1 of 6 now for the Rebels. Gets them to double digits in points. Scored 7 in the first half. Ormond, Peel, short corner, Paddock. Work the perimeter. Noah Marshall, our student director, as the new media degree class says, oh, his little spin music right there does not go in. Julian is our cameraman. Up here high above Rustler Gymnasium. I'm John Gabrielson, joined by Kate Gabrielson here at Central for the Utah Rebels and the CWC Rustlers in the Run and Gun Classic. And Lloyd's shot rims out. Rebound Rustlers. Taking it to the rack and scoring is Ormond. He just split the defenders. Nobody stopped him. 34-10. I feel like Bob Euchre when Monty doesn't talk and he says he's not the best color man in the business for nothing. Ball batted out of there. Taken away by McLawrence. He'll maybe travel with it, but they let it go and he scores. Couldn't get his feet set, I think, to dunk that one, but I think they let the travel go as he might have taken that extra half step in there.
Yeah, it's still only one gather step if you do it 3 times with the same foot, right?
Apparently. Baseline, looked like a travel there, and there is travel coming on, even though there was kind of some contact of being pinballed around. Ormond, Mahadi, Mahadi for 3, does not connect. Lloyd pushing off Peel a couple of different times. Stoddard throws it away. .16:50 remaining in the second half, 36-10. Rustlers out in front.
The energy seems a little bit better here out of half, but still you can feel dead gym.
Doesn't feel like a nice offensive rebound by Jordan Peele to score his 5th point of the game. Nice play from the Tasmanian basketball player. He's not used to seeing the snow and cold either from the beaches of Tasmania. Nice lean in by Stoddard. Ball knocked away. Paddock ends up with it. Paddock runs the floor. Stepping into a triple. Ormond dish pans out. Peele had it, lost it. Beckstead ends up with it for the Rebels. Paddock's dad is head coach at Natrona County High School. His sister plays at Western Wyoming College in Rock Springs, and Stockton Lloyd calls a timeout. Well, that'll be a media timeout along with it. 38-10, Rustlers out in front. We'll come back after this timeout from Rustler Media.
So you're a Rustler fan, but you can't make it to campus. Hey, no worries. Show your CWC pride wherever you are with gear from the Central Wyoming College bookstore at cwcbookstore.com. From hoodies to hats, sports-specific and parents, the bookstore has everything you need to rep the Rustlers in style. Head over to cwcbookstore.com, your one-stop shop for official CWC fan apparel. cwcbookstore.com. Gear up, cheer on the Rustlers no matter where you call home.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com.
.38-10 our score. Central out in front. Just under 16 left to play. College football Saturday. Cowboys not in action. Bye week. Nice take. Just not finishing as Paddock comes away with a rebound. Mahadi shut off. Right side corner, McLawrence, no good. Peele sailed in but couldn't get the rebound. And a hack in the front court on the Rustlers. It's on Mahadi. First personal. First team foul of the second half on Central, 15:31 mark. Beckstead triple, no good. Peele got that pinned to the backboard by Stoddard. Scoresby. Right side, Lloyd. Looks good, is good. Stockton Lloyd has 5. First triple of the game for him. Second 3 of the game for the Rebels. 38-13. Isaac thought about a 3, does not. Ormond gathers it back in after losing it. It's a team pretty much full of freshmen. Great defensive play. It's going to stay Central basketball, but Hansen got the tie-up in the air. 5 to shoot, by the way. You could hear one of the Rustlers saying exactly that. Mahadi will inbound. 5 to shoot. Go up top to Ormond. Sets his feet. Thought about a 3. Does not. Instead rises up for a contested 12. Missed it. Rebound. McLawrence put it up and in. Dominic McLawrence, 8 points for Dom. Rustler bench trying to inject a little game time atmosphere into this one. Cheering on their bench. Stoddard back to the basket. Peel doubles on him, leans in, and Paddock's going to get called for the foul moving in on him at the end of the play. Isaac will pick up his first. It's going to send Ethan Stoddard to the free throw line. Rebels 1 of 4. Ormond comes out, Trago in. Gonna see also Kopman check in. Malachi comes in for Isaac Paddock. 8 points for Isaac. Kind of a weird stat for Isaac. He doesn't have a rebound right now. Leading rebounder on the team for Central. But then again, this has kind of been a Twilight Zone type of game. Did Lloyd just intercept that pass, or was that intended to him? Almost tipped back in by Central. And Mahadi comes out of the pack as Malachi fell down. Nice pass underneath, through a couple of arms, and saved by the Rebels. On the run, Hansen takes it to the rack. He'll be partially blocked from behind and miss it. Peel, 15-foot line, doesn't shoot it. 10 to shoot for the Rustlers now. Top of the key, 5. Was Kopman for 3, misses it. Hansen, one-on-one, spin down to the low block, misses it off glass, and Malachi Kopman with a rebound. Mahadi. Baseline Peel, left wide open, dish pans out. Rebound put back up, Malachi, that's no good. Then Stoddard comes out of the pack, and there's a foul on Mahadi as he cuts in on Stoddard right there at the end of the play. Muhammad will pick up his second personal.
Something to think about here for the Rebels too, could be to get themselves into a zone. They've been playing a switch man all this second half, and a zone, especially with the way the Rustlers have been shooting so far this half, might not hurt them too bad, and it could keep some legs and lungs with them.
Yeah, it's 8-6 right now in the score. Central this half 4 of 9. Rebels 2 of 5. Central 0 of 3 from the arc, as you pointed out. Stoddard gets free, he tries to flush it, and he's fouled. Mahadi, I think, is going to pick up his third. And he does, and Dennis Kimyanjulu is going to check into the ball game. After this free throw by Ethan Stoddard. 1 of 4, 2 of 5 from the line. Actually, they had more free throws than that a minute ago. They missed it though. 40-14. Dennis in, Muhammad out. Committing his third personal foul. Stoddard's second is good. Trago running the arc. Shot is short by Malachi. Excuse me, that was Dominic McLawrence that missed it. Shot misses. Rebels get it back. Stoddard in the paint. Has it rejected and taken away by the Rustlers. Underneath Trago, pump fake and scores. 6 points, Hunter Trago, giving the crowd something to clap about here, as it's been kind of a dead Saturday afternoon gym as Peel knocks that one out. Utah Rebels have had 2 players leave the game, one because of a flagrant foul, the other one because of an injury. 11:26 left to play in the contest. 42-15 Central out in front. We'll be back after this.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletes for over 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families one-on-one. Locally owned by therapists, Fremont values commitment to professionalism, expertise, and community. Our services include hand therapy, orthopedic therapy, pre- and post-rehab, and aquatic therapy, and more. Set up an appointment today in Lander, Riverton, Green River, Rock Springs, Saratoga, or Rollins. FremontTherapyGroup.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
42-15 Central out in front of the Utah Rebels. Program just trying to help players keep on playing, keep that competitive juice after being college athletes, and helping some of the younger guys to get back into college and playing, which they did have a couple of kids do that this year. They'll throw it away and Central will get it back. So see, Kate, if you move to Logan, be a part of this and keep playing, as the shot clock did not reset and the clock continues to run for a few seconds afterwards.
I've noticed these refs are really good at noticing that.
And that's, yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It is
definitely a good thing, especially if it came down to crunch time in a game. And because I guarantee you the coaches are pretty good at noticing that type of stuff too, if not the head coach, but an assistant coach that's designed to have to watch that clock and things like that. Dennis short, Sims the board. Nearing the halfway point and losing it out of bounds is Scoresby, just couldn't glove it back in.
One thing I do really like about the Central offense is they find a way to get their big man. They flash him up high and have him catch the ball up top right in the middle, just like we're seeing right now.
Well, the funny thing is looking at the Central roster, they don't have a big man.
Oh, right.
They're not a very tall team at all.
But that works to get Stoddard out of there and kind of frees up some space underneath the rim.
Kopman off glass, no good as he scoots on his keister. Good sportsmanship by Stoddard. Excuse me, by Scoresby and Beckstead, who help him up, as I still continue to confuse Stoddard and Scoresby. So let's see. Ethan Stoddard is standing next to Dominic McLawrence, who's listed at 6'2". So I would guess he's about 6'5", 6'6". And I think that Scoresby's got to be a little taller than that, maybe 6'6", 6'7". They don't have their heights listed, but. And then the way they always do basketball programs is, how tall are you? I'm really 5'11". Okay, we'll put 6'2" down, so.
Yeah.
Second one is good. 44-15 Central, 10.5 remaining in the contest.
After watching Stoddard and from up here, he plays a lot taller than he actually might be, but.
Sims in the paint, spins, fires in an 8-footer and gets it. Nice play, Wade Sims. 29 has been the biggest lead by Central. They lead by 27 right now as Trago sends them in motion. Kim Yonjula triple is no good. Sims battling for the rebound, but it's going to be Scoresby that comes away with it. Noah Marshall, our student director. Julian is up here running camera for us. Kind of a skeleton Saturday tournament crew for CWC's new media class under the direction of Amanda Nikoloff. Big thanks to Francis Obakoya, our engineer. Scoresby contact. Ball loose, out of bounds. Rebel basketball with 2 to shoot, 2 on the shot clock. Francis got us up and going, and I did everything I did yesterday. He's like, well, how about we just turn this off and turn it back on again? I call it travel as the shot clock expires. And wouldn't you know it, turning off the video board and turning it back on was the remedy, and we're back in business. So see, Amanda, it kind of was my fault, but it kind of wasn't my fault either, because it looked like everything was operational. I just didn't. Sims rejecting him from behind. Well, they call a foul from up top. Bottom official did not call a foul, but they do give the foul on Wade Sims. And honestly, I thought maybe it was a foul, but the bottom official closest to it did not call one.
Yeah, it looked like Malachi held his head a little bit after he might have got hit in the back of the head. Going up for that one.
It's going to go to the line. 3 for 3 is, well, he's 5 for 5 on the day. 7 points for Malachi Kottman. Still no Rustler in double figures with 45 points on the board. Holding the Rebels to 17 as Coach Rafferty's team defensively, statistically one of the best through 4 games of the season in the country. Lloyd needed some help on the inbound. Kottman 8 points, going 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 9 minutes to play. 46-17, Central out in front. Hedworth. Seven to shoot. Lloyd scoots it back to Sims. 3 to shoot. He's going to just have to shoot it. He's not aware of the shot clock, and that'll be a violation. .841 remaining. Central by 29, their largest lead of the game, matching it.
Had some defensive chance coming off the Rustler bench. Some crowd getting into it. We might be getting some energy back here down the stretch.
Possibly. Kottman, Peel.
I say that as we're dead on this end.
Right, and then nothing. Dennis, 15, misses it. Lloyd the rebound. Nice step in front by Kottman. Gets the steal, steps through, but Lloyd steals it from him. He'll go to the rack and score it. Stockton Lloyd has 7. And a stop in play as Jordan Peel goes down, and that's the last thing we need is more injuries. And this one,
shot to the boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say they took one in the trophy case, if you will, and he is down.
That's one way to create separation for Lloyd.
Oh, ouch! Yeah, exactly. He just. I'm gonna cue up a replay, sports fans.
We don't need to see this.
Kill the scoreboard there real quick if you can, Noah, as we'll get a stop in play, and you're gonna watch Jordan Peel right here as he'll scoot under the board, and then the knee right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just took him out, unfortunately, and took him down. And we got to stop it play at 8:02 left on the injury timeout as Jordan Peel injured right there. Colorado leading Texas Tech 34-20, of somewhat of regional interest as the 20th ranked Buffaloes trying to move in on a Big 12 title. We will be back on the air Wednesday when the Lady Rustlers are back on the home court as they entertain Snow College, the Badgers. And they'll play them again 2 days later when they go to Price, Utah to play. Central boys and men and women back on the court Monday when they take on Dawson. They're leaving at noon tomorrow, you heard Marin Baker say in our halftime interview. Central ball after the made basket by Stockton Lloyd. Northwest held this team to 59 yesterday. Central has held them to 19 with 8 minutes left to play. Northwest, a very similar game against Salt Lake, ended up losing by 22, but that was a game that was single digits at halftime and ballooned to 30 in the second half, much like the Central game. Trego, left-handed three-corner is no good. Peel stays in the game. He might have fouled Scoresby, who comes down with the rebound, but nothing was called there. 7.5 left. Sims underneath. Got his own board, puts it up with the left hand. That's no good, and then Paddock the rebound. Ormond went down on his keister. Trego in the corner. Runs it back out to the arc, and Central will reset their offense. Mahadi 10. First field goal of the game for Mohamed Mahadi. Coach Pat Rafferty talked about he needs to develop a point guard. Mahadi kind of stepping into that role a little bit of finding a floor general for his team. Stoddard up top to Lloyd. He'll fire a three, and no good. Ormond with the rebound.
Mahadi may be a good guy to fill that role because he looks to facilitate the offense quite a bit. He's got a great understanding of the offense. He directs traffic quite a bit. I think that'd be a good spot for him to step up.
Peel to Paddock. Trego, 15-foot, front of the iron. Stoddard a rebound, stolen by Paddock, who just kind of come in from behind him and stole it away, and he missed the shot. Lloyd has it knocked away from behind by Isaac Paddock. You know, looking at the roster, Hersha is 6'8", Koppman listed at 6'7". Paddock kind of fills the role of their post at 6'5", but and then Peel gets tripped and fouled, and he toboggans across the floor, and helping him up was the man that fouled him, Quentin Hansen, first one to go check on him. He's got a pretty good thigh bruise, does Jordan Peel, and he got hit, that was from 2 weekends ago, and he got hit in the same spot last night in the Salt Lake game. And as you full well know, and myself and your mother from watching you go through the basketball wars, you never really heal during the season. You're just kind of you get a bruise somewhere, and it's just going to be a bruise until about mid-April.
True.
And Jordan Peel feeling that as he's still walking gingerly, and Central foul is whistled on Peel as his first. And at the line, Lloyd cannot hit the free throw, and Stockton 0 for 1 from the stripe. Utah 3 of 7 from the free throw line, 43%. Bailey Enterprises post-game show coming your way next as Lloyd hits the second. He's got 8. Leading scorer for this team, Peyton Lloyd, was ejected in the first half on a flagrant foul after video review. Richard Harris left the game with an injury, and then a 15-footer by Jordan Peel that is good, and a foul called on Wade Sims, who helps him up.
Slow to get up, slow walk to the line.
Yeah, he's
been
beat up.
Yeah.
Well, I asked him in the hallway after the game last night, I'm like, did you get hurt again? He says, yeah, they got me in the same spot on that upper thigh where it dead legs you, and manages to get the free throw to drop. He's got 8. 3 players with 8 points for Central in their leading scoring category. McLawrence, Koppman, and Peel all with 8 apiece. Trego has 6. Did I say Paddock? Paddock has 8 as well. We'll get a foul on that end of the court. And it's going to be free throws for Lloyd on the foul by Ormond, which is his second personal foul. Free throw is good.
This whole game has kind of felt like the last 2 minutes of the game where it's a blowout.
Yeah, where it's just kind of playing out the string, basically. Yeah. Second free throw is no good, and a foul in the backcourt on Lloyd.
Disbelief. Pleading his case.
He hasn't liked many of the calls today, but in his defense, I mean, it has been pretty physical at spots, and he's like, how is that not a foul versus how is that a foul when it's of the same variety, perhaps. Ormond, baseline 10, goes off the mark. Rebound by Lloyd. 51-21, 31 has been the largest. Lead is at 30 at the moment. Lloyd shovels it to Sims. Cross court. 3-ball, Scoresby does not score. Ormond the rebound. 4.5 left. Central going to pick up their second win of the season to go to 2-3 in a very tough Dawson Community College on their home floor on Monday coming up. I'm gonna go investigate. Our volleyball team ended their season yesterday getting beat, finishing 17-12 as Paddock's gonna get a rebound.
Not a whole lot of hustle going on. It's kind of just wreck ball. Whoever's on ball, offense, defense, plays hard, and the backside kind of seems to be just taking plays off here.
Peel's gonna go to the free throw line. Got a media timeout coming your way. Our final one, 3:49 left. We'll take it with them. Central by 30, Peel at the line when we return on Rustler Media.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletes for over 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families one-on-one. Locally owned by therapists, Fremont values commitment to professionalism, expertise, and community. Our services include hand therapy, orthopedic therapy, pre- and post-rehab, and aquatic therapy, and more. Set up an appointment today in Lander, Riverton, Green River, Rock Springs, Saratoga, or Rollins. FremontTherapyGroup.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Jordan Peel is at the line. He'll shoot a pair, first of which is good. Nine points for Peel, looking to be the first one in the entire game to double figures with 3:49 left. And he does. And he comes out. Kimyon Julu, Malachi, Dom coming in, Peel, Paddock, Ormond, 3 starters out. And Central's going to pick up the Rebels full court. Mohadi comes out, Ormond stays on. Goalie injured, Trago on the bench as well. Phoenix, as Hunter is on the court. Beckstead gives up the ball, down low to Sims. 6-footer is good by Wade Sims, 4 points for him. Region 9 volleyball, Eastern Wyoming will be the champs from the Mid-Plains region as they defeated LCCC on LCCC's home floor for that honor in the first bid to nationals NJC beat 4th-ranked NJC beat 16th-ranked Western Nebraska. As a nice follow through by Malachi Kopman. He's in double figures now with 10. NJC will play LCCC. I believe they might be playing right now, as a matter of fact. But Eastern Wyoming going to nationals under the direction George Hamilton. Second year for him as he gets him to nationals. Nice take by Hansen, and he scores.
Off balance, that was a pretty acrobatic finish.
That is
right
his first field goal. Sorry, step all over you, kid. 2:20 left, 30-point game.
Back to the offense, down low, loses the handle, out, deep, 3.
Dennis,
short.
Kimyeon-julu for 3.
Scores would be taking the ball down court.
NJC survives the Region 9 tournament after a first-round loss to LCCC. They come back and avenge that loss to LCCC and win to go to nationals. And got a timeout to get Miles Hersha into the ball game. We're going to stay here. 96 seconds left to play in the contest. Miles Hersha going to get back into the ball game quickly. So Eastern Wyoming, the #1 seed out of the north, and NJC, the #1 seed out of the south. They are the 2 representatives that will go to nationals out of Region 9. Triple from the corner. Ormond is good. And he has 10 points. We had nobody in double figures. Now we have 3 Rustlers with 10 points apiece. 83 seconds remaining, and Kimyeon-julu will get the foul. Dennis out of Istanbul, Turkey, committing the foul.
He's shooting 1-1.
81 seconds left to play in the game, and got another Rustler injured. Dom McLawrence has gone to the training table behind the Rustler bench as Stockton Lloyd is now in double figures for the Rebels. He had 11 points last night, looking for 11 points tonight, and gets it. So a lower leg injury being looked at on Dom McLawrence. If you look when we swing this camera into the, you'll see him on the training table in the top right-hand corner of your screen, being addressed by Stephanie Gallagher. She has been way too busy this weekend, especially today, with the Treasure Valley young lady bouncing her head off the court, unfortunately. Richard Harris went down. Cam Gully went down. Now Dom McLawrence being administered. We're in the final minute of this one. The Bailey Enterprises postgame show is coming your way at the conclusion. We'll run down some quick stats and see if a interview or two comes up to the top. Kimyeon-julu, 3, no good. Lloyd the rebound, 30 seconds left. Gets you some final scoring numbers in this one and send you off into a Wyoming weekend. At 5:45, shot no good. Sims, rebound, bounces it underneath. Shot by Stoddard does not go. And Ormond going to bring it across the timeline, and that's how this one is going to end. The Rustlers will pick up their second win of the season. They'll go to 2-3 overall, holding the Utah Rebels to 27 points in a 58-27 win. There's your buzzer. And the Rustlers victorious twice today. The Rustler women winning 81-73. The Rustler men winning 58-27. The Bailey Enterprises postgame show is next. We'll wrap it up. Your final score, Central 58, the Utah Rebels 27. We'll return after this with the Bailey Enterprises postgame show. This is Rustler Basketball from Rustler Media.
Welcome to Bailey Tire and Auto Service, your local tire and auto repair specialist in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local, choose Bailey Tire and Auto, where your satisfaction hits the road.
At Central Wyoming College, discover your path to success. From ag and equine, nursing, business and entrepreneurship, culinary, software development, automotive and welding, cosmetology, to outdoor leadership, agriculture, law enforcement, tribal leadership, CWC has you covered, offering hands-on learning and career-focused programs. Change your future at Central Wyoming College. It's central to your dreams coming true.
58-27, your final on the screen. You're on Rustler Media. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks to Cade Gabrielson, my color man, who has vacated for greener pastures. Scoring tonight, Jordan Peel, Julian Ormond, Malachi Kottman, all 10 points apiece. Dominic McLawrence and Isaac Paddock, 8 points apiece. Hunter Trago had 6 in the contest, 3 for Phoenix Trago. Dennis Kimyon-Julu had 1. Muhammad Mahadi had 2. Cameron Gully left the game in the first half with an upper arm injury, and we'll try to get a injury report on him. Utah had 2 players leave, one via a flagrant foul after video review, and then another on an injury that was pretty serious as they took him off the court in Richard Harris, and definitely hope the best for him in this weekend of basketball today. Stockton Lloyd led the way for the Rebels with 11, 4 points apiece for Ethan Stoddard, Wade Sims, and Tyler Scoresby. Peyton Lloyd had 2 points before exiting the game, and it was Quentin Hansen had 2 points in the contest as well for Central. They win at 58-27. They led 32-7 at the break of this one, and end up winning it by a score of 58-27. Their second win of the season for Central. The Rebels are 0-2 after their first game yesterday at against Northwest. And so CWC victorious on the day. Women winning 81-73. The men winning by this final count of 58-27 here. And thanks to our crew, Noah Marshall was directing, and Julian did a couple of opportunities up here with the cameras. Appreciate their hard work. Part of the new media crew here at Central Wyoming College. Another great broadcast. As always, the downfall, the broadcaster, and I apologize, I'll get better. But Central with the win. We'll get you some final shooting numbers, and also hopefully get you an interview with a Rustler player, maybe a Rustler coach, here in the Bailey Enterprises postgame show. Big thanks to Porter's Mountain View Supply. They are our pregame sponsor. Buckle Up for Life Wyoming is our halftime and stat sponsor, and Bailey Enterprises, our postgame. Fremont Chevrolet sponsoring our scoreboard. Stephen McKnight helping out with the graphics on our Sportscast Sports Genius scoreboard. Francis Obakoya, our engineer. We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll see if we get some interview material with some players coming up. So we'll take a break here in the Bailey Enterprises postgame show. 58-27 the final, and we'll take our final break and be back and wrap it up after we do this.
Hey, grab me one too.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here.
Open mic, fade and camera 2, Q Talent.
Join one of the most in-demand creative and technical careers, new media. Live and work anywhere with your choice of thousands of radio and television stations across the country. Travel the globe as a social media influencer. Join a business marketing team or use your new media skills to start and promote your own business. Wherever your dreams take you, it all begins at CWC. Expect hands-on training in all aspects of media production, including video, audio, social media marketing, and web development. Enjoy learning in a collaborative and inclusive atmosphere. Our small class sizes provide one-on-one attention with our expert instructors. Make your way at Central and start your journey to a rewarding career in new media.
Don't leave your future up in the air. Always wear a seatbelt and reduce your risk of death of serious injury in a crash by almost 50%. Buckle up, Wyoming.
Final score here tonight, 58-27, Central victorious, 2-3. They'll be at Glendive, Montana, taking on the Dawson County team coming up on Monday. The men and women both on the road to Dawson on Monday. Look for links to watch that on social media from Central Wyoming College. Women back home on Wednesday, men back home the following Wednesday. And you can check out more at rustlerathletics.com. Huge thanks to Amanda Nikoloff and the New Media crew for making this broadcast possible and making us look good and making me sound good. And I appreciate everything they do because I need all the help that I can get out of that as well. So our camera, I got some kids dribbling a basketball on the other side of there. Pat Rafferty is going to join us real quick as he just made it under the wire up here to talk about this one as we were wrapping up. But
I don't know how quick I am, but
you are speedy, Coach. Congratulations. This one had a weird feel to it, especially after a flagrant and then an injury. I mean, this was just a weird feel to a basketball game, but your team persevered and did what they had to do to win.
Well, and yeah, the all were unfortunate, you know. Hate to see anybody get hurt, hate to see a flagrant, a guy get injected, but we have those rules for a reason.
Right.
We had a couple guys go down. We don't know the extent of them. Cam and Phoenix. Think they'll be okay in time. We just don't know about overnight and Monday and that kind of thing.
I didn't know that Phoenix, I guess, was injured. I know that Cam looks like an upper arm injury somewhere between the elbow and the shoulder. But
and that was on the flagrant too.
Right.
Yeah.
What about Phoenix?
He got hit in the head.
Okay, on that one. Yes.
Yeah, I got hit in the head.
Gotcha.
And we didn't want to risk, especially on any situation of him being concussed and that kind of thing. So
yeah, saw that in the ladies' game with the gal going down, and that's always
it's just not
scary.
Worth it. But you know, I look at the stat sheet again, and what do we score? 60 points, and we
58.
Yeah,
not to nitpick you, but you're in the 50s
and we
again.
shoot 30% from the floor, you know, for the game, and our shot selection was better. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of resistance from them defensively.
Meaning you would like to have seen more points?
Well, I would have liked to have seen us. I thought we did a better job of getting shots, just aren't making them. And part of it, I think part of it is a lot of times we're not on balance. And, you know, I thought our shot selection was a little better, but then we get the ball in good areas and don't finish because we're off balance.
Check some of that up to 11 sophomores on the list, or freshmen, I mean, on the list?
Probably, yeah. I mean, and that's, you know, you watch ESPN highlights, you don't see guys jump stop and shot fake and do all that. You see the guy leaving their feet and twirling and whirling dervish and all that kind of thing. And so, I mean, that's the influence in the basketball society and culture right now. But just continue trying to get better fundamentally with our footwork. We didn't turn it over as much, but the turnovers we had, I thought some of them were just bad decisions, and we just it was good for them to get a little better taste in their mouth.
Yeah, and I thought you did what probably you should have done this weekend. Played Salt Lake to the best of your abilities, which you did, like you said, for 20 minutes. Then the second half kind of got away, but then you won handily like you should have won against this team. Marginally, 58-27.
Well, and I like we talked about before, I wasn't really worried about how many points we scored and how much we could beat them. I was more consumed and focused on how we play, and hopefully have some carryover into that. And we'll see. You know, Dawson is really good on Monday. I don't know how.
Yeah, they're very good in their home court too.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, so it's going to be another test. So we just have to continue to try to controlling what we can control, and we've got to get our fundamentals better and our understanding of the value of those things and the things that are required to win games against good competition.
A lot of owies and hopefully no injuries. I know that Hunter, Phoenix, and I think Malachi went, or Dominic went down at the end when it was on the table being looked at on his leg too. So hopefully Cam, Phoenix.
We ain't got time to be hurt.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, you don't have the depth. You don't have the depth to be hurt either.
I don't want. It's early mid-November, so we want to be in a good place physically, and then we'll keep working on being in a better place mentally.
Travel safe. Good luck. Travel back safe.
Glendive.
Yeah, Glendive, Montana, Dawson County. Coach, appreciate you coming up, and we'll talk to you.
See you in a couple, I guess maybe 10 days or so.
Week and a half back home.
I can't remember when we play Hope again.
Week and a half, November 20th, back home.
Okay, bud. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, see ya.
It's Coach Pat Rafferty, and that's going to wrap us up here from Central. 58-27, your finale tonight. Appreciate all of our sponsors for making this one possible. And again, to Amanda Nikoloff and the New Media crew. I'm John Gabrielson. Rustlers win it. We'll be back on the air Wednesday of next week when the women are at home against Snow College. This has been a presentation of Rustler Media.